Alright guys, frame is almost on. I almost have it lined up. Just a little bit off on everything. Just a tiny bit. This was the first time I've ever done a swap like this. Usually it's either drop in or I do frame, just the frame. So kind of interesting to see that it worked. This is actually a lot lighter than it looks. The frame with the subframe and swing arm, it's very light. I can pick it up no problem. But yeah, let's just bolt everything up and put a front and back on, even though it needs new dust seals. Surprisingly, for a bike that's 12 years old, sitting out in the rain, very good condition, all the seals and everything. So surprising. But let's go ahead and get this motor on. We won't be able to start it because I am missing a tank, and I highly doubt that the fuel pump that is in that tank right there still works. Let's be honest, it's been 12 years, it's been sitting in shit. So, but let's go ahead and finish this up, and yeah. On, all the wire harnesses ready to go, airbox is on. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the triple check temporarily so I can have this here and I can turn it on and off. And let me show you what 12-year-old gas looks like. It's just caked on there, it's gumped. I'm gonna clean it up and see if it works, but I highly doubt it. So yeah, the fuel pump sitting in a mixture of gas and rust remover. Seems to be doing pretty well. I'm just trying to clean the entire assembly out. Trying to save some money. I will be buying the new fuel pump itself, but I'm trying to repair the assembly, so I don't have to purchase an entire new assembly. brakes on. Oh, bike just jiggled out of nowhere. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the rear set. I think it comes with an entire bracket. Let me go check. And we'll throw it on. To the rear set, it did come with the bracket. This bracket here, just to compare it to the old one. Same thing. But this one is obviously nicer condition. So we're gonna go ahead and throw it on because it needs that space right there. And might as well just throw on the rear set. I mean, it doesn't hurt. So I completely forgot to record replacing the fuel pump. I have the new fuel pump right there. So I started taking it apart. I let this sit in gas and rust remover for about a week or so. So it's been cleaned up a little bit, but look at the inside of that. I'm gonna have to clean all of that up. And that's the old fuel filter. Yeah. So I'm just taking out the old pump, pump the new one in, new filter, clean everything out, and you should be okay. Alright guys, so I've been messing around with the fuel pump. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been messing around with the fuel pump for a while. As you saw the last video, we replaced the actual fuel pump itself. But I have not been able to get it to turn on for the past week or so. I've just been waiting on parts to come in. So it didn't really bother me that the pump wasn't here, or that it wasn't working, I'm sorry. But today the fairings came in and I decided, let me try to get the pump to turn on. And let me show you what happened. So the pump has been rebuilt. I still need to solder right there and somewhere over there so that it's, it's the gas won't eat the wires or whatnot. So what had happened was me thinking that, where is it? This cable right here, since it was around where the fuel rail was, I thought this was where the fuel pump connects. And I had this one plugged into here, which is where the fuel pump actually connects. So I saw these 3 plugs, they were all alike, and I realized, okay, these 2 have to be together because this is the only possibility. They're one next to it. They're one next to another. God, I can't speak. And so for this one, I knew it couldn't be the ECU because the bike only has 3,000 miles and it just didn't make sense. So I started watching videos on people removing the fuel tank and I noticed something. I was like, wait a second, this cable is running this way, whereas I was connecting the fuel pump here. And I was also getting a code. I don't remember what the code was, not that it really matters, but something was going on. And so I noticed that this cable was going here. I looked over here and I saw, the same plug. So I thought, that's a little odd. So I went ahead and disconnected it, connected this one where it's supposed to go, connected this to the fuel pump, and you hear the fuel pump prime, pressurized, there's no gas, but if it was in a fuel tank and there's gas, it'd pressurize and it would start. So fairings are here, and so before we do that, I'm actually going to get the fuel tank ready. We are going to put a new lever on, put new fluid on, and once the bike is done, I'm actually going to go ahead and take the bike to do the recall for the front master cylinder. I get a free master cylinder, so why not? And we're gonna put new brake pads, bleed everything, clean it up real good, and it should be good to go.
Why can't you?
Alright, so it's getting a little late. It's around 3 in the morning here. I got about half the bike done. Just gonna call it quits for the night. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, we'll go ahead and finish the other side. But I just wanted to see for you guys to see what the fairings look like with the bike half on. Oh, let me go ahead and flip it over. Alright, so here's the rear. That's a stock tail light with some smoke turn signals. Excuse me. Looks pretty good. Put the solo seat cowl on. Just a big gap though. Guess that's just how they are. I mean, damn, that sucks. These are just dirty. There's no scratches on it. It's just dirty from, you know, oil and stuff like that from putting it on. But here it is, looking real sleek. I'm gonna see if I might have to repaint the frame here. Not sure yet. Looks like whoever owned the bike just had the bike sitting outside and they painted the house and just a bunch of flakes got on it. It's on the headlight too, but I think the headlight I could get it off. But it looks good. I wish I had decals. Might get the Suzuki takeoff for the bottom just to make it look more legit. Fitment was okay, not a big fan. Master cylinder is shot. Doesn't do anything. Gonna have to get either a new one or just go ahead and do the recall. And this is the other front. Still have to put the fender on and then all the fairings for this side. So this is what the bike looks like naked. This is what it looks like when it's done. It's looking good. Only cosmetic issue the bike will have once it's done will be this little mark right here. Maybe I'll touch it up. But other than that, I mean, it's good. I mean, clean this up. Hopefully, whatever, I could get it cleaned off. If not, I'll have to spray it. So all we have left to do maintenance-wise is tires, bleed the coolant, and it's good to go. God, that is a big gap. Not a fan of that, actually. But what can you do? Alright, first start for the Gsxr. Oh yeah, we painted this heat shield that was all messed up. Fairings are off because I need to bleed coolant. Oh, real nice. That's the only damage to the bike.
Bitch, I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Cause bitch, I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. A phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Why you be all on my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with a nigga who lying for nothing. I see that we different, you riding, I double. I don't do discussions on bragging about hundreds. Don't go to your places, I know that they sunken. Don't call me your brother, I barely could trust it. I talked to a shorty, she bagging the bugging. And I'ma need all of my dollars on corporate, so hand me the money, I divvy the pie. I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune on flipping the ride. I can't be mixy when iffy the vibe, and 40 on 50 is really the time. Why are you all on my phone like